Sup, YouTube? This is Big D from Takoyaki Anime,
And should.
and we are back for our monthly catch-up for May of 2015.
My next one to talk about is Gunslinger Stratos. Now, much in the same way as Seraph, I'm a little on the fence about this one.
Mhm.
I just, I, I just don't know. It has an interesting story. It just seems like it's a little predictable, and like we've kind of seen this play out the same way before. So I'm a little curious as to what it is that they're going to do or how things are going to end. Because it's like, I mean, it's sad to say that I'm kind of already ready for the ending. Where I'm like, can we just get to that part? I know this is gonna happen. Can we get there? So I mean, the story is interesting. You have these characters who this one guy who ends up for anyone out there who wants me to say names, I'm terrible with names, so don't ever expect me to say names of anybody because I forget. But you have this one guy who, it's kind of a typical high school thing. He kind of has a thing for this girl. Her brother's involved though. He hates the guy that she kind of likes, so he always getting in the way. Um, there's another girl that the brother that likes the brother, and the two females kind of butt heads. The two guys kind of butt heads. So there's all this kind of conflict going on here. So there's that. And then in the midst of all this, the kid, he ends up like seeing this little girl, but she kind of looks like a ghost image, kind of phantom something or other. And he ends up chasing after her. The girl he likes and likes him chases after him, and they end up falling when they get into this like factory industrial district. They end up falling, and they end up getting transported through time and space essentially,
Mm.
and they end up meeting alternate versions of themselves.
Okay.
Yeah. So these alternate versions, it hasn't necessarily been explained why. You can kind of, I guess, gather why, but like they're pretty much in conflict with each other. Everyone's in direct conflict. Everyone, they're trying to essentially kill each other. No real huge explanation as to why, just kind of hints and pieces and things here and there. Um, but yeah, you basically find out that time itself seems to be unraveling and coming undone, and that's kind of what they're fighting for, to protect their time and space, I guess. So, but it's like already in the last, like, was it 4 episodes in, and already like on both sides, people have already died. So I'm like, okay. And then like, the two main guys that you see on even the front cover, like the thing for it, one's wearing white, one's wearing blue. I almost see X in this. Do you remember X? They had a movie and a series
I don't think.
because
I know the title, but I don't think I've actually watched it.
they had like people with powers fighting off against each other, but they kind of had like polar opposites where they would, evenly matched, and you had the good, the evil, but
Yeah,
nothing was ever like correlates between which one was which really. And it pretty much at the end of it was a fight between the last two guys.
uh,
And it kind of seems like that's gonna happen here. Like everyone else, I guess I call it right now. It seems like everyone else is just gonna die, and at the end of it all, it's gonna be these two guys squaring off against each other
okay.
to decide the overall end, I suppose.
Um, I guess back to X for a second. I had a feeling like X was like angels and demons.
Kind of.
Okay.
Kind of. But see, they came out, like, I'm pretty sure it was a manga first, and then they came out with a movie,
Mm.
and then the movie kind of didn't make sense, but only because they tried to fit so much into the movie that they had to, like, really rush through things.
Mm.
So it really didn't make sense within itself. But then when you watch the series that came out afterwards, it made more sense because you're like, oh, that's how things connect. Now that makes a little bit more sense why we're doing this and why this happens and who these people are and whatever and whatnot. So I definitely appreciated that more. But yeah, there again, it was like pretty much the end of the world, and it was these two guys battling it out at the very end, and like everybody else dies. So I'm like, the fact that like, we're only 4 episodes in and already one person from each side has already died, I'm like, yeah, it kind of seems like we're pretty much going right in towards that. So who knows?
Okay.
So I'm kind of on the fence about it. I'm just like, really? Are we going to do one of these things again? Is this going to happen again? Really?
All right. Well, this has been our monthly catch up for May of 2015. And you can contact us on YouTube. This is Takoyaki Anime Channel. We also have a Facebook and a Twitter. They are both at, they're facebook.com/Takoyaki Anime and twitter.com/Takoyaki Anime. We both have a My Anime list. Mine is My Anime list, and it's at Big D Takoyaki, and Shades is at sh_D6. I'll have a link to all of this in the description below, and we will be back next month to update you on what we've been watching. So, see ya.
Bye.